Okay, so this is the craft project that I kind of gave you the teaser about with the Dollar Tree haul that I did yesterday. What I'm going to make is a flip-flop wreath. And these are the supplies you're going to need. You're going to need a foam floral ring, I guess these are called, wreath. This isn't exactly a wreath ring, but it'll work. It's the only thing my Dollar Tree had. A pair of scissors, a pair of, these are needle nose pliers, but I'm going to use them as wire cutters. 6 pairs of flip-flops, assorted colors. You can get them all, have them all solid, you can have them all print, you can have a combination of both, which is what I have, and then assorted things to decorate it with. So the first thing you need to do is figure out how you want to place the flip-flops on your form. And when you put the flip-flops together, you don't put them like this, like you would if you were wearing flip-flops. You put them this way, little toe to little toe. Okay? And I want to do mine where it's pattern, solid, pattern, solid, pattern, solid. So I'm just going to kind of lay them out here on the frame, on the wreath, just kind of in a pleasing way. I'm going to have to scoot this up. I put newspaper down to protect my table. So I think that looks, you just kind of want them on here evenly spaced for the first layer. And then what you do is you just, it's very simple. Oh, and the other thing you're going to need is a hot glue gun. I don't think I mentioned that. You just take the hot glue gun and you put a pretty heavy amount of glue right on the toe of the flip-flop. Hopefully my hot glue gun is warmed up enough. It looks like it. Oh. And you just line the toe of it up with the inside, ouch, that's hot, of the wreath form. And then just hold it for a few seconds. With hot glue you don't really have to hold it too long. And then you just do the same thing with the next one. Oopsie. And then you just go all the way around doing this with every one of the flip-flops. I won't make you watch the whole process. So when I get the first layer of flip-flops glued down, we will be back. Okay, so then for the second layer of your wreath, you want to do the same thing. You want to keep the same combination of flip-flops that you chose for the first layer, but you don't want them like right on top of each other. Like you don't want to put these over here because that would just not look right. And you also want, because you put toe in for the first layer, you want to put heel in for the second layer. And you basically do the exact same thing, only you put the glue on the heel. I'm going to put a little less glue because it was taking too long for it to dry on the first layer. And put it up like that, and you want it so that none of the foam floral ring shows. So you'll want it kind of look scalloped as you go around. So I'm going to go ahead and put the next one on. Same way. And you'll have to hold them for a few seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and put this second layer of flip-flops on, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I've got the second layer of flip-flops glued on, and now I've flipped it over, and I'm just going to go around and just squeeze a little dollops of glue here and there on these flip-flops because I just want to make sure that they are well secured and that nothing's going to come loose. It's nothing worse than working on a project and having it fall apart on you. So I'm just going to go around and just secure it in wherever I see that they could use a little bit more glue, just to hold them in place. And not all of them need it, which is fine, but some of them do. So, and if a little bit of glue squeezes through on the other side, it'll be okay, because we're going to add more decorations onto it. So you can always cover up any glue globs that appear. Okay, I think I got it pretty well secured. So now we flip it back over, and then I want to decide which do I want to be the top of the front of the wreath. And one of my favorite colors is lime green and pink. So I'm gonna make this part the top of my wreath. And then this part is the fun part, where you can just decorate your wreath however you want. And that's what this stuff is all about over here, the flowers and these butterflies. And then I found these dragonflies in my stash, and I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use them. So while I am making decisions on how I'm going to decorate this, we will go off camera, and then once I get everything decided, we'll be back and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I think this is how we are going to end up decorating it. Nothing is glued down yet. I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to stuff. I don't like it overly busy, but I like everything to be concentric patterns. Like the flowers are every other color, and the dragonflies, there's just 3 dragonflies, and then this is going to be in the center. Now with the flowers, I just pulled them off the stem, and I luckily didn't need to use my wire cutters, but then you just want to cut that as flat as you can. Put some hot glue on there, and then just adhere it to the flip-flop. I also didn't want to cover up the flip-flops too much, because I wanted people to recognize them as flip-flops. Okay, so we'll go on to the next one. Do the same thing. And cut that off so that they will be flat against the sandal. Okay, and then for the dragonflies, I'm gonna just put some, and try to do this without burning myself. Put a strip of hot glue. Ouch! Yep, burnt myself. And we'll put that there. Maybe. They're kind of spinning. We'll just kind of hold it that way. I may have to put a little bit more hot glue on their wings. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'll just put the hot glue on the wings, not on the body of the dragonfly, because it spins around too much. I've had these dragonflies in my stash for a long time, so I don't even know if they're available anywhere. I don't even remember where I got them, so sorry about that. I can't be helpful as far as that's concerned. Let me take these out of the way just for a moment. We'll do this dragonfly. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing the flowers down, figure out how I'm going to fasten the center down, And when I've gotten that figured out, we'll be back and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do to how to adhere these flowers is I'm just going to put a little hot glue on the heel of that one and that one, and just fasten them down without burning myself on there. Oh boy, I'm going to have to hold it. Ouch! Ouch! Hot! One safety tip, which I have not done today, is you should have a glass of cold water handy if you're ever working with hot glue. But I work with hot glue a lot, so I didn't do it. That doesn't seem to be doing too bad. I'm going to actually throw a little bit of hot glue on this heel too. And then you got all these glue strings everywhere. Okay. Then for this one, I'll do the same thing. Put it on these heels. I have seen these flip-flop wreaths done in a ton of different ways. I looked on YouTube for different ideas. I looked on Pinterest for different ideas. And everybody has a different way of doing it, different ideas of how to do it. And it just really, once you get the basic idea, you can just play with it and go with it as much as extravagantly as you want to, as simplistically as you want to. But I just think that this would make a really cute summertime wreath. And I think it's so cute that I just may not wait till summer to put it on my door, because it's just, I just think it's adorable. So then this butterfly, it comes with a wire on it, and I'm going to see how I can figure out how to put this on here so that it looks like the butterfly is getting some nectar from the flowers. Yeah, that's kind of cute. I don't want to really put any glue on the feathers itself. I think these are actually like bird feathers that they made into butterflies. So, let me see. I might stick this, look at that glue string. I might stick the wire down through the flip-flop, if possible, into the foam wreath underneath. That might work. Yeah, that seems to be working, kind of. Just going to have to play with it a little bit, I think. There, that's kind of cute. Yeah, that turned out cute. Okay, now for this, what I was thinking is somehow figuring out a way to put a hanger on it so that I can hang it on my door, and then gluing the back of the wreath, gluing this to the back of the wreath. So I'm going to do a little thinking about that, figure out what I'm going to do, and then I will be back. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this wire. This is 22 caliber decorative wire, and I'm going to put it through this somehow. And this will be the back of the, you won't see this part, and this will be the hanger. So I guess I'll just kind of leave it like that, and then give it a twist. I didn't really need it to be so long, but that's okay. And it's doubled, I doubled it over. And then I'll just put a little dab of hot glue on there just to hold it in place. Okay, well, it's not holding, but that's okay. It'll be covered with the other thing too. So my wreath, this is the top. This is the way I want it to be. So I'm going to flip it over carefully, and I'm going to kind of center this on the back and figure out, I want to make sure that that hook is straight up. And I guess I think what I'll do, kind of doing this off the top of my head, folks. I'm just going to go around okay. Really put some heat through there. So I'm going to let that get thoroughly hardened, and I will give it a practice run hanging it on my door and see what it looks like. And when we get to that point, we will be back. So here it is completed, and I decided that I was going to hang it on the interior of my front door because it's so cute, and I don't want it to get faded out by the sun, because if it's hanging on the outside it'll get faded out. So this is the completed wreath. I love it, and I hope that you all like it too and have gotten some ideas, and that you all make a flip-flop wreath as well. I got all of this supplies at Dollar Tree, except for the dragonflies. I told you I don't remember where I got those, and it only cost me $10 for this project. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you give it a big thumbs up if you did, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.